Passing Energy with your host, Priest. With your host, Priest. When this smoke starts yapping, that's it. When that's it. Prepare to be enlightened and entertained. When that's it. Hello guys, Priest here, and welcome to another episode of Nerding Wednesday. I'm joined again with guest co-host Sky as we go back in time to 2020 and revisit the final season of the Clone Wars series. Okay, let's go. Did Star Wars give a proper ending for the Clone Wars series? Yes or no?
Yes. It's like they did. I feel comfortable and confident that they've given us what we wanted.
Wow, that's very interesting. Like y'all guys seeing from the last episode, I have a totally different opinion. I don't feel that way. I'm sure I might be part of the minority of people who feels this way about the series. I felt that the project was rushed. I felt like they cut out crucial moments in the series that me as a Clone Wars watcher of the anime series, I never watched the main. I only watched few of the movies, but I really was faithful to the animated series.
Truly a shame.
I know they're right there like, how dare you? When you
how could you? This makes no sense.
You have a whole podcast and you didn't even watch the movie? Could y'all relax, please? Thank you. I did something. I watched the Clone Wars series, so I feel like I'm part of the club.
You're part of the fandom.
Yes,
I'm my toe in the fandom.
Right, exactly. I'm in the back seat. I'm still there, but I'm in the back seat. So thank you. I bought my ticket just like everyone else. Might be in the back, but hey, I can still hear and see. So anyway, but I feel like it was rushed. You don't feel like it was rushed? 10 episodes. It was the shortest season out of all them.
I don't think it was really rushed per se, because obviously I wasn't seeing it take a different turn than how I initially expected it, because I know they said it takes aspects from the third movie, which I seen. It takes aspects from the third movie, but what I didn't expect was how it took aspects from the third movie. Like, I thought it would take more, but actually it took less than I expected. At the last 4 episodes, I feel like it was 4, was the best quality, obviously. So seeing the change in quality was like, okay, like I thought it was gonna be like the same quality straight through. But I feel like the rest of the issues that was brought in the last season would carry on to other series. Because I feel like what do you call them? The clone troopers, the ones in the black set. What do they call it again?
The clone troopers. Repeat again.
The troopers, the defaults, the defects.
Oh, you mean them? Oh, yes. I know.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they have their own spin-off soon, so I'm not too sure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but yeah.
But okay, so you're saying that they use stuff from the third movie, and they use stuff to tie in. But I'm confused. What Ahsoka and her Loki girl-on-girl crush and the sister have to do with the tie-in story? Because that's a whole little arc right there that no one asked for, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. So I feel like, like story-wise, I feel like it was fine. Reason being, because I think it's mostly bringing light to Ahsoka, because we all know in the season prior she left the order, so they had to give her an introduction, how she intertwines again, how has she been dealing with things, and to put her with people that don't like Jedi, so that she could see the light that, hey, you are still a Jedi. You know, no matter if you run away, you still have some purpose with them. Whether you're accepted in the order or not, you have a purpose, which is also explained in The Mandalorian. But we're not going to get there. You know, we'll just stick with the Clone Wars for this one.
Yes. We're on a time schedule. That's fine. I like the Ahsoka arc though. I was being funny with the whole lesbian girl on girl. Yeah. I don't want no one to throw tomatoes at me. I liked it. It was interesting. It's a nice side look. If you watch One Piece, we all know about side episodes. So, and One Piece and Naruto, we all know what side episode.
I feel like Naruto does that the most.
Naruto doesn't know. But I'm trying to say I'm used to a little side episode outside the main series. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if the season was longer, then I'd be like more satisfied with that side episode.
Passing Energy is sponsored by The Graphic Shop, an online design and print store. If you need graphic design and don't want to break the bank, why don't you book them at the convenience of your home or office? You can reach them at The Graphic Shack 242 on all their social platforms. The Graphic Shack 242. Peace.
So I understand the introduction to Ahsoka absence and her ways to get back, like you said, into the main story. But I feel like they could have had that and plus added at least extra 4 or 5 episodes onto that.
Yeah, but what would the purpose be?
What you mean
Like,
purpose?
what else were you trying to get out of the character at that point?
Who? Which one? Either Ahsoka or what?
Ahsoka. Like not just the whole entire franchise, but after you see what happens with Ahsoka, you know that she's with the Death Watch at that moment, and she was doing her thing. Like, did you want more on what they were doing? Is that the episodes that you wanted?
No, I wanted to see Skywalker. I wanted to see him. They put a whole radio broadcast or whatever. I can't remember exactly, but they put a whole broadcast of him taking down Dooku. We didn't even see that fight. Dooku was a huge player inside the series. We didn't get a closure of that. The Night Sister, we didn't get a closure of that.
That is true. We didn't get any closure of Ventress, which means she will appear in the future. But with the whole Dooku thing, my thing with Dooku was with the movies. Say the second movie is when Dooku appeared, and in the third movie is when he dies. So this, to me, is more closure to know about how Dooku operated within the war, him and General Grievous, you know. So now we get to fill in all the old characters, what they used to do and everything. So I feel like that was a nice touch.
Nice touch. They didn't show anything. Oh, you talking about the previous series?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the previous seasons. Like,
okay.
I would say that there was no need to show Dooku in this one.
Why not?
Because it's like the end. It's literally tying up to the end. So it's like there's no.
But I'm trying to say is that for people who did not watch the movie because they had it on Cartoon Network, these are they're introducing the series to a new fandom, a new fan base. So people like me who didn't watch the original Star Wars, we was faithfully watching this reimagining of this series. So why would you cut us out and be like, well, if you want to find out, if we're going by your theory, if you want to find out how it go watch the movies. Like, excuse me.
Yeah, that's the point.
If I wanted to watch the movie, I wouldn't have finished the series. Exit on the season 3 of Star Wars Clone Wars and watch the movie. Say, oh, but might as well watch the movie.
I mean, yeah, you get closure on those ends, but at least this fills in the gap. You know, there's always pre-seasons. Like, what is a sequel? There's a prequel. Like, if you already know the sequel, why do you want to watch the prequel?
Who knows it? We talking about people who just come in the series.
Exactly.
That's so like you leave them on a cliffhanger with this whole thing. Because like I said, there are people who don't watch the movie. Some people just like watching anime, retelling of it. So,
yeah, but there's no purpose. Like, why would you remake the animation for all of that? Because that happened somewhere else. That had nothing to do with Ahsoka. And there's a reason why they didn't show that. Because there's no purpose. Because it's all about Ahsoka. This isn't about Anakin anymore. You know, this is always about Ahsoka and her journey with Anakin. Seeing how Anakin transforms. Because in the second movie, we see Anakin as a good character, but we know he had a little darkness in him, right? But we see him as a good character. We see him go through some pains and trials. And then in the third movie, he just fulls on flips. And now we want to know the process between Anakin and that. And now we get to see a new character that they introduced, which is Ahsoka. And now we see that, oh, Anakin was actually a master to an extent at some point. You know, he had his issues. And you can't know his true issues unless you watch the movie, because the movie also explains why, you know.
But I'm going back to my original argument. Why should people who were introduced to Cartoon Network, that's where I was introduced from when I was in school. I watched the Clone Wars series. I rewatched it actually maybe earlier this year. If I was introduced to the Cartoon Network platform and I'm faithfully watching it through a kid's eye, why should y'all have stuff like this on cliffhangers when either A, they have no access to the movie, and the only way they can watch it is either through Cartoon Network? Like, I don't think that's fair.
Oh,
I mean, the final season, you know, I don't think that was on Cartoon Network no more. I think it's on streaming service. I think it was on Disney Plus.
What, the final season?
Yeah,
the final season never showed up on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, no, I think it showed on Disney Plus. That's what I tried to say.
Yeah, like the seasons that led up, which is like 6 seasons, so we could say that's 6 years that this has been going on, you know. And if that's the case, the child that's been watching this has grown up for like 6 years. which means you can have access to it now. You have access to all types of platforms. Technology's evolved. I mean, not saying that they have to be able to have access, but some people don't. I agree. But even if you don't, it's not like it's unfair because it's still out there. They just basically dragged you into the universe, and that's the job. That was the job. Drag you into the universe and leave the rest. Why? If you watch Mandalorian, right? For people that watch Mandalorian, it's like saying you see all these characters you ain't never know before, and you're into them, but you find out that the characters in other movies, why don't you, or other series, why don't you watch those series to know a prequel? It's like saying, no, I don't want to watch them because they're supposed to tell me everything inside the series. That's not the job. It's just a compilation of stories. The movies are a compilation of Skywalker's story. That's what the movies are for. The Clone Wars is a mixture of just the Clone Wars. Like it says it all. Like this is essentially what people really enjoyed and what they really wanted to know. In between, they had multiple adaptations. Like they even had, I forgot his name, but he did Samurai Jack, and he did Primal, and he did something Genji maybe, I forget his name, but he did those, and he made a Clone Wars animation, which by far to me had the best fight animations for Star Wars yet. And it's just a 2D thing, but he was able to capture that. And after that, because of him, they made the Clone Wars series. They, to me at least, I feel like they took his work and it's like, you know what, we should make this into a series because people really liked his work for reanimating the Clone Wars. So that's just my opinion that, hey, these are just stories all adding up to one big universe. You don't have to, but essentially the Clone Wars was just following Ahsoka, not truly Anakin or Obi-Wan or Padme or Yoda fully, but they added them in the story because they were part of that war. But they
Ahsoka wasn't really, she was distributed just like anyone else when it comes to her characters. She was like the main focus.
Yeah, she turned into the main focus more often. Because they needed to get rid of her. Yeah, they needed to get rid of her because she wasn't part of the Star Wars universe in the Skywalker saga.
Okay, back to my fans should not have seen the full transformation of Anakin into Darth Vader. How that goes. I mean, they tease it in the end, but they shouldn't have seen that transformation at all.
No, I feel like it doesn't matter whether you see it or not because it's kind of a known fact on who he is. Sadly, as a fandom, whether you watch the series.
But again, you have to go off of newcomers.
Yeah, I'm saying like if you watch the series, it teases you that, hey, this is Anakin, right? But they don't say Anakin is Vader. They never said that. You intuitively knew that was Anakin because you've heard of it. But if you really watch it, they never tell you that was Anakin. They just said Anakin is now, like they never said Anakin killed anyone. Not to my knowledge. She just said, I need to talk to Anakin. She was never able to talk to Anakin one last time, which could have changed everything, but they kept everything that was needed for the movie out. Like they just showed nitbits, like say Obi-Wan saying he's on a mission to find General Grievous. That was in the movie. He was on a mission to find General Grievous, but he only told that he killed Count Dooku, and that was it. So that you know that the war was coming to an end. That's just to move the plot along with the series, in my opinion at least. That seems more logical and rational, not to really include all of Anakin's life because it's over now. It's all about Ahsoka and how she's not a part of it, but how does she get out of it? How does she still in the universe now that the Jedis have been dying? They never said, I mean, they said in the end that don't come to the Jedi temple, it's not safe anymore. But
But okay, my view is kind of a little warp on it I feel like because they already have a spin-off with Ahsoka, a part of the, you said the name just now. I didn't watch it.
Mandalorian? That's not.
No, not the Mandalorian. It's another cartoon.
Oh, the Rebels?
Yes. So she's in that series.
Yeah, she seems to be everywhere in my opinion, but I don't think it's really about her.
Yeah. So I feel like they're trying to make her like relevant. Yeah, they're trying to make her relevant so people could probably branch off to watch different series with her face in it or likeness in it. I know she's in the Mandalorian. Oh, just hope I don't jack up that word.
I mean, honestly, like when you really think about it, they showed Rebels first, right? Before they even finished the Clone Wars series. So after Rebels and her appearance, they were forced to now rewrite a new ending for the Clone Wars series to give it more closure so that you can know what exactly happened to Ahsoka. How did she become the way she is? how did Rex survive? Because obviously he was a clone trooper, so it's like, how did he get out of there? So they had to tie up some loose ends for the Rebels series. That's how this thing works.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So it's safe to say you feel like Ahsoka being the MVP is a great season finisher.
I think so, because it gave us a lot of closure in some instances and new beginnings. Like, say, Darth Maul. He's a new beginning. He appeared in the Han Solo movie. That was a spoiler. Jeez. That's a spoiler. Sorry about that, guys. That's like a pivotal sneak peek that I doubt will ever happen, because Han Solo debunked. I mean, it crashed, and like not a lot of people liked it. I enjoyed it as a movie. Maybe not my favorite Star Wars movie, like Rogue One. Excellent movie. Was able to tie up a lot of issues. It was nice to me. Yeah, that's all Star Wars movies are in series. They're just a way to tie up things. You want to see some things, watch some gameplay of Darth Vader having another apprentice as a clone. Thought that was pretty cool. That's a pretty nice little watch of gameplay.
Okay, sorry guys. Going back to where I mentioned was the project. You felt the project was rushed or not? It was cinematically. It was great, excellent. I just want to say this. I have no problem with the production, the acting, the visuals it was beautiful, especially the ending. It was beautiful. But my thing is that I wish there was more episodes. Like, you tell me Disney Plus, Star Wars is a big franchise. You tell me Disney Plus couldn't get them a little extra 5 or 10 episodes. Like, why compile everything in like a novel when people do these anime, like manga, going to manga for 2 seconds. When people do these light novels and they show it into a TV show, they do like 10 to 13 episodes. I feel like that's what they did with Star Wars. And if they did 10 episodes, at least make it an hour long.
So your issue is that it doesn't meet up to certain television standards of episodes?
No, because as a fan, I didn't get someone who did not watch the movies. Like you who watch the movies, you already have your closure.
Yeah, but why don't you watch it? Why don't you watch it? Like, what prevents you from wanting to know Anakin? Yeah, so it looks like you were interested in him, the show, so why not watch him in the movie? At least then you'd get to know him from young to, say, the third movie. The first 3 are fine to me. You know, episode 1, 2, and 3, they're fine. 4, 5, and 6 with Luke, it's a bit dry, I must admit. Maybe back then it was like, ooh, wow, but it is dry. It's because it's supposed to be like a soap opera type thing. So you're not going to have a whole lot of, especially episode 4. My God, that is a long movie.
Me personally, with me, these old movies, I don't know. My attention span is very short. I probably just, my mind's being
new generation of more stimulus.
Yes, it's like my mind's conformed to how this new generation going with their attention span. So I'm like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm part of this new generation when it comes to. I'm not part of this new generation, but my mind is being transformed into this new generation way of thinking. Slowly, I'm very shameful to admit that out loud, but my attention span is very short. So me to watch these old movies, I feel like I have a rocking chair, like the good old days, the good old days. I remember when everything was just black and white. So yeah, but anyway, that's fine. I don't know. I had to meditate on that. See if I'm able to. I want my clothes and clear. The Clone Wars not going to give that to me. I might have to do it. I might
do it. Execute Order 66. Do it.
You gonna sound like him for true?
Yeah, it's pretty good. You just gotta croak your voice a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Something dark side. Something Jedi.
Right. Okay, 2 more things before we end this off.
Let's go. Let's get right into it.
Now, this is the thing I was trying to figure out. Was Cartoon Network wrong for prematurely cutting the series back in 2014? What's your opinion about that?
My thing is, I don't even know if they were trying to finish it. Like, the ending that we have now, I think was more of a Disney thing. That was a Disney's setup, because you can tell automatically that wasn't how Cartoon. Also, maybe it's because Disney owns Star Wars, so they had to cut it from Cartoon Network, because that's 2 different networks.
Been on for 6 years.
I mean, how long? I can't remember how long Disney had Star Wars, but
they had it for a little while. But I'm just trying to say.
They recently had it, but I don't think they had it. I don't think Star Wars, the Clone Wars, was happening when Episode 7 came out with Rey and Finn. the new Jedi series. I can't remember if it was out during that time, but I don't think it was. So I think the moment Disney got a hold of it, they let them finish their season and then call it quits. That might have been it.
I was trying to figure out. I was thinking was Star Wars even a good lineup for
Cartoon Network?
Yeah, for the regular kid-friendly schedule instead of being an adult film.
I think they tried to, but I don't think it was really working like that. To be honest, as a kid, when I was watching it, it wasn't really working for me. As much as I enjoyed Star Wars, I was kind of confused and conflicted personally with the show, because I was like, it kept doing reruns, which also made me not too interested into it. I would see my uncle watch it, and I was like, oh, how could he watch that boring show? Now look at me. I rewatched the show last year.
I think it's too the maturity and
I think it was too much for kids, so they might have dumped it to Toonami, which is why it was also only coming out once in a while, and it wasn't a frequent thing. Like, it was like whenever they had a new episode, they dumped it out, and that was it.
Yeah. No, I didn't like the show back then, so them cutting it back.
I don't know what it was. Something about it.
I think because the jokes, the humor, the serious moments, that goes over kids' head, especially the subtlety in certain things. Rewatching it now as a full-fledged adult, I'm like, wow, they really clever how they say this and da-da-da. I was like, man, this is a really good show. I can't believe I put it down when I was in junior high when it first came out. And I was like, now me, fast forward 10 years later, well, actually
I'm enjoying this. It's pretty nice.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, so
like the character development is top notch, honestly.
Except for last season.
Oh Lord. I appreciated the small bits of gray hair inside Obi-Wan. That was a nice touch, because I always wondered, how did Obi-Wan get gray hair so fast? But seeing that makes sense.
Oh man, I can't believe when I discovered that was a tentacle on Ahsoka head, not just some type of hairstyle.
I thought you should have known that. You should have known that this is Star Wars. I don't even know how you even got to that situation of not.
When I found out that was a hair tail, they call it a hair tail, I was like, what? I couldn't unsee it no more. I really thought that was hair. Until I saw more of a people with their weird shape, I said, oh no, this ain't hair. This ain't hair.
You should have seen that from like the get-go with the other Jedi.
Who?
Shakti, the one in the clones facility.
Yeah. And like I said, this is probably some type of Afrocentric
or something.
hair, or even like a nun. Like, I thought that was like a nun outfit, like, some type of space version of a nun hair set. So I was like, maybe that wasn't there. I saw a younger child version.
Man, that's crazy. That's interesting, but that's crazy.
Then I saw a younger child with the hairstyle. I mean, with the hair thing on the head, when it looked like literally like this, like some type of alien thing. I was like, oh, so
yeah,
Ahsoka's not human.
Nintendo's Squid Ink. Oh crap, what's the game? You know what I'm talking about. The squid kids that shoot paint and dive into it. They have tentacle hair.
Interesting. Well, I don't know. We could talk more and more about this, but we kind of run out of time. So, the final conclusion.
Okay, here's my conclusion. Star Wars. Okay, Disney did a good job ending off Star Wars. Could it have been better? Possibly. Am I satisfied? Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. I'm left with a good feeling that, hey, this ties up a lot of loose ends for me. This solves a lot of issues. This opens up new ones for future investments, and I'm fine with that. So I feel like they did a good job.
Okay, my final opinion after hearing all of what Sky had to say. Balance, guys, balance. I'm the Darth Vader of this conversation. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, so I didn't like it. You're not gonna please everyone. Clearly, you didn't please me. You did all you can. I'm sure there's probably some behind the scene reason why y'all did what y'all did. So I'm gonna give y'all your props. It was cinematically brilliant. I love Ahsoka. I always thought she was such a major hitter in the series. I wish I saw more. Sky telling me, just watch the movie. And I'm trying to tell Sky, my brain don't work that way.
True.
It don't.
Someone tells me what to do, I don't want to do it.
No, I don't want to do it. Like, no. As soon as I say, you know what, let me watch this. Now, I click play.
Not Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So, like I said, you can't please everyone. It was still a good finish. I wish there was more, but hey, I'll try. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. My list of things to do is very long already, so I don't know if I'm able to sit down for a 3-hour movie.
2 hours, not even that long.
Oh,
3
so
hours.
also we ain't no Lord of Rings. Okay.
No,
all
no,
right.
no.
Okay.
These are 2 hour movies. These.
Man, shoot, an hour and a half is sometimes long for me too. So I don't know.
I mean, you might be too engrossed to even like remember. You'd be like, oh, flip, 145 already. It's crazy. You know?
Right. Well, who knows? I don't know. I know that some of the die-hard Star Wars saying, "Give us back our pass, please." I was like, why? But I no.
I mean, I've seen some diehard Star Wars fans never watch the series, and I'm like, oof, the big
What?
major rookies. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's people like that. They don't watch the series; they just stick to the movies. You know, that's just like fan that they are. You know, so you could fit somewhere in the bus.
Yeah. I really feel they waiting at the door right now. Say, come back, please.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I always in the
No,
back.
it's okay, Priestley. Sit down. Top little couch.
How did you see me? I was all in the back.
He smelled you. He sensed you.
I give off that energy. I give off that vibe where they can sense you's a hater.
Oh boy, yeah boy.
I'm not a hater.
Fan.
I'm not a hater. I really love the series. So this is my conclusion, even though I said that earlier. This is my conclusion. I love the series. I was really invested in it. I'm glad I could have binge watched from 1 to 7. I didn't like how they declined the episode each season. Well, actually, when it started from 5, and the episode really started to decline. But you know, I'm sure there's some type of reason. I know they strategically, they didn't intentionally did it this way. It's some type of reason. So I'll give y'all flack on that, even though I still stand 10 toes on my opinion that they felt like they could have fleshed out some more of those stories for Skywalker and Dooku a little bit more. But yeah, hey. But anyway, guys, let me know what y'all take on the final season. Let me know down in the comment section, and let me know what you think. Did you enjoy it? Were you satisfied? Are you like me, who are very critical of it? Or you like Sky, who felt like they did their job?
Join the Sky team.
And just watch the movie. Watch the movie. That's Sky rebuttal to me this whole episode. Watch the movie.
Watch the movie.
That's all he can say, watch the movie. I appreciate him fleshing out his opinion, but watch the movie. Everything always comes down, watch the movie. Watch the movie. Watch the movie.
Why didn't they show me this? Watch the movie.
Watch the movie. Watch the movie. Watch the movie. Watch the movie. Watch the movie.
Right there while you're watching the movie, passing me the popcorn.
Right.
Watch the movie.
And when the podcast's over, I said, what's Sky said again? Watch the movie. But anyway, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoy, guys. And to be continued, Nerding Wednesday. Peace out.